In this episode, we are shining a spotlight on an absolutely jaw-dropping, gravity-defying build. It's Yonghui's 2019 Factor 02 VAM Gen 1. This isn't just any bike, it's a super light masterpiece tipping the scales at an astonishing sub 4.7 kilogram. That's right, every gram counts, and Yonghui has taken it to the next level with his meticulous selection of custom carbon parts. So sit back and get ready to geek out of one of the most impressive builds I've ever featured on this show. And while you're here, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and share this episode with your friends. And if you love what I'm doing, check out my Patreon page for exclusive early access, some behind the scenes content, and a chance to support my show. Welcome back, guys, to another video. I'm here with Yonghui, and this is the first time that I'm getting a very light bike. This bike is 4.6-ish kilograms. This is a Factor 02. We'll talk about the bike. Yonghui, welcome to my podcast, and thank you so much for coming all the way here.
Yeah, thank you for getting me here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We got connected from one of your friends who emailed me, I believe, and I would like to thank your friend if he's watching. And tell us about your background and this bike. I mean, what happened?
My background. Well, I just started cycling since I was young. I actually hopped on a road bike like when I was in secondary school. Yeah, but because I stay very near Bishan Park, then I'll go to a bike kiosk and rent those like alloy races, current races, and yeah, just do laps on my own. So yeah, I enjoyed cycling a lot since I was young, and yeah, I was using my brother's mountain bike in the past, oversized, but still rode them. Then after that, he bought clipless shoes. I tried them on, 2 sizes larger than me. I still use them. So yeah, I actually got started on riding actively since I was in secondary school.
Yeah.
So always fascinated by bikes, and you know, my mother and brother have a stash of cycling magazines that I'll flip through as well. Back then, carbon bikes just came on, and yeah, there were very, very interesting designs that were not dictated by the UCI rules at the moment. So lots of brands that you never heard of, maybe Castro, Nishiki and Fuji. Yeah,
I know Fuji. Out of the 3, I got one correct.
So very, very radical designs, and I've always liked bikes.
Yeah.
You know, because they're just so interesting. Yeah, back in the very, very early days of carbon bike building. So I told myself, okay, I'm gonna get a bike when I, start earning my own money, and think with my first few paychecks, I'm not sure, I got myself a bike. Yeah, I went to To-Go Parts.
To-Go Parts?
Yeah.
Are they even still alive now, To-Go Parts?
I'm not sure. I think it's still around.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I bought something secondhand. It's a alloy bike called Fondrius. Yeah, Italian brand. Have you heard of it?
Yes, I have.
Oh, you have?
Yes.
Okay, I'm not sure whether it still exists. Yeah, back then Cycle Works was carrying them. So yeah, bought it because it's red basically. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I rode that for a while and then changed bikes. Yeah.
Okay.
Got a BMC T machine. Yeah, basically all the bikes I buy are all either secondhand or discounted. Yeah. Okay. Even back then, I felt, wow, the prices of bikes are really, really high.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. OT machine, the one with the lugs, I'm not sure whether. Okay, you probably haven't started cycling then.
Which year was this?
I can't recall. Yeah, but I started cycling on the road bikes almost 20 years ago. So yeah, very, very early on.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it was this team called Team Fodak.
Okay.
Floyd Landis. American cyclist, he rode them. So yeah, that was a Swiss Valley shop. Yeah, Swiss Valley is the name of the shop. And yeah, they had it on discount. I bought it. Just the frame only. And I had quite a lot of fun speccing the bikes myself, getting all the parts in. And kind of from then on, all my bikes were bought frame only.
Okay.
And all my bikes were kind of Frankenstein builds. Yeah.
Which was the most craziest build? Or do you think this is the one?
No, that BMC is pretty crazy. I have like Campy shifters, KCNC chain rings. I had Eastern cranks. Just all kind of different brands.
Okay. Was it because you're like just buying second-hand parts, that's why you're just building it up? Or?
It depends. I mean, some components you can buy second-hand. I mean, at that time, I think, you can get most of the stuff. I mean, I wasn't really buying really exotic parts at that moment. So, I could get most of them at a relatively good price. Yeah.
Okay. Can you tell me the story of this one, please? This is...
Okay.
Nobody believed me when I posted the IG story. They were like, are you sure you got the number correct? 4.69. This is the weight of a bag of rice here in Singapore.
All right. Let me start by saying that this is not the first weenie bike I had. I had a previous bike, like Fuji, which was bought in by this shop called Bike Continent in the past. So, do you know about the shop? No. Okay. So, they closed down after a while. I bought it. But, frame only, very good price. And, I wanted to try a build that is pretty special, feels different. Yeah. I don't get the idea of, having different bikes and then in the end they are all kind of the same. So I thought, okay, let me try to see how light I can build it up to. So most of the parts have to be sourced online because the products that the shops here sells mainly more stock. More common. So I had a lot of fun hunting parts down from eBay and all the different retailers around the world.
And this frame is a local frame or?
No, I bought it online as well.
Okay.
Yeah. And that Fuji bike was around the same weight as well, but it was rim brake, so it's much easier to achieve that weight.
How much was how heavy was the Fuji?
About 4.7. Okay. Without THM cranks. So it could have been even lighter.
If you want to do the honors of telling us this one about this one.
Okay. So I brought that Fuji bike out for a ride in Spain. We went to Mallorca with a friend. Then, I did climbs and descended switchbacks, and I felt, it actually got quite painful on my palms when I ride down switchbacks. And, the route that I did didn't have like wide open roads that with very long descent. So I had to engage the brakes a lot. You basically have to kill off almost all your speed every 200, 300 meters before you do a U-turn.
Braking early.
So I thought, okay, it would be nice to try a disc brake bike if I have the chance. So this bike came out. I spent a bit of time cycling in Perth, and there's this Facebook group. Bike marketplace or something like that. So I saw this bike being sold. It is second-hand, but it's new.
Second-hand, but it's new.
Yes.
Okay.
Guy built it up halfway and stopped building it and sold it.
Okay.
And I know it's new because it came with the Fox stereo like this. There's no way he could have ridden it.
Okay.
And the guy is quite a factor fanatic. He posts quite regularly about his factor frames. He sold quite a lot of factors. He owned all the models that Factor ever built. So pretty credible. I bought it. I sent it to one of the friends in my cycling group. He got a place in Australia, in Perth. So he helped to hand carry over to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
And was it in this color as well? Or do you do any customization?
I did a bit of customization. The decals are overlaid over the logos.
Okay.
So
I like it.
The brand name was supposed to be matte black. But I don't like black on black kind of color scheme. So I like colors. So I just put some decals over it. On my other bike that I had, I also had decals over the logo, which is again a black on black kind of design. Not sure why all the brands like this kind of graphics, and not my cup of tea. So I brought it to this shop called Auntie Sticker Works. Some some people might know, especially those who play with motorbikes. Yeah, lots of motorbikes go there for decals making and so on.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but was the intention to build a lightweight bike, or you just wanted disc, but you know?
Yeah, this bike, but still light.
Okay.
Yeah, because I had quite a lot of fun on my previous bike.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
just it's a very interesting ride experience.
Okay.
So yeah, so things that I got portable for my Fuji bike, I did. Some parts I couldn't. Of course, all the disc brake components and so on.
So what's left over from the Fuji?
Left over Fuji, front, rear derailleur, powder cages.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Basically, the rest of the stuff are new.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Did I get a stem? Yeah, maybe the stem
Okay.
and the bars. No, I think I might have another bar on my Fuji before that. So
Okay.
yeah.
If people are
quite a lot of
wondering,
parts are new.
right? If people are wondering what components are on, I will list them in the video's description, so you guys can have a refer. You can refer there if you want to build a similar setup. Okay, yeah, can you run us through the components you have, wheels and all that?
Okay, let's start with the front end maybe.
Yep.
Yeah. I have a Darimo cockpit. Yeah. I got onto using their products quite early on. So at the time when the company just started, they only sold stems, I think. Yeah. So one of the things that they could do is to customize a lot of things with their products. So yeah, I bought a stem. After a few months or a year, their handlebars came out. And yeah, I asked them for it as well. They offer it at 40 mm minimum, but I asked for a 380 mm build. So yeah.
Narrow.
Yeah,
Okay.
narrower.
Yep.
And yeah, they could make it for me.
Okay.
Yeah, and I actually went on to ask them if they could build me some carbon shifter clamps.
Carbon shifter clamps, right? Okay.
So yeah, they did it for me as well.
one of one.
Yes, possibly one-on-one. Yeah, you know, with these companies, when they got bigger and bigger and they start selling more, they don't have time to build customized stuff already.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, so that's the story on my cockpit. Oh, I have there are some buy-in plugs over there. They are 3D printed by some guy on Winnie forum for me. Yeah, I kind of asked for it as well, but it is something that he produces quite regularly now. Yeah.
I'm just curious, when you were building this, were you doing calculations of the weight? Like, okay, I'm going to buy a Darimo cockpit, but I need to make sure that it is within this weight limit so that I can achieve a 5 kilo or less.
Oh, no,
bike.
no.
So you just buy that?
Yeah, I don't really go into a math of it.
Yeah.
In the first place, there are a lot of ambiguities about the weight of the final product where it actually reaches our hands. So yeah, I don't really have a set weight goal. I just choose the parts I want, I put it on and yeah, see what happens.
Okay.
The first iteration of this build, it was at 5.2 kg, I think.
Okay.
And yeah, I was happy riding it until I feel the urge to try some components and then
And do more.
yeah. But there was a big change which is the use of the Juintech brakes. Yeah.
Maybe let's talk about the brakes.
So the Juintech brakes are cable actuated. So you use those rim brake shifters. Yeah, with a cable to engage the brakes. Yeah, but the brake pistons have a hydraulic system there. Yeah. So good thing is that you will never need to bleed them, I think. Yeah.
But do you need top-up fluid for the hydraulic?
I don't think so. It's all just self-contained inside a small little body of the brake calipers. So yeah, they are pretty reliable. Moderation is very good. Yeah, these are 4-pot ones.
Four-pot, okay.
And they actually created like 6-pot ones, which is
6 pots.
yeah, which is quite crazy. Probably overkill.
Overkill.
Yeah. The thing with these brakes is that people like to use them for like touring bikes because they are easy to maintain and they do provide a lot of power. So definitely, I don't feel that they are anyway less powerful than full hydraulic systems like the initial SRAM Red ones that I was using. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, they're pretty good and they save me a lot of weight.
Where do you get these brakes from online?
Yeah. AliExpress.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
mainly from AliExpress. So you can get it from Taobao also if you want.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, Juintech. And the frame sizes is a 56 or you're
This
quite tall.
54.
54.
Yeah,
How tall?
I've always been in between these two sizes, but I've always chosen the shorter one, smaller one. Yeah. I got the bike fitted in the past when I bought my Fuji and other bikes as well. So yeah, in between these two, Timothy from Louis Bike recommended that, okay, I take the 54 and go for longer stem.
Okay.
So previously on my on the Conago I'm riding, my other bike it was actually a 140 mm stem. Yeah.
40. Okay.
Then but since then I reduced it by 10 mm because I think I don't ride as much now.
Yeah.
So
as flexible.
having the core strength to hold that position stretched out for long rides, not very comfortable anymore. Yeah.
Okay.
And for this bike, I wanted something shorter so you get into a better climbing position.
Yeah.
So this is a 120 mm stem.
Okay, still quite long, but I guess because the frame is smaller, so you need to compensate for that length.
Yeah.
Okay. The saddle as well, I guess, plays a part because this is a full carbon saddle with no padding at all. What saddle is this? There's holes also in the saddle.
Yeah, very nice. It's actually pretty solid if you try to flex it. It doesn't really flex very well. Yeah, on my other bikes I was using Berg saddles, and those are a little bit more flexy. Yeah, so I'm not really sure with carbon saddles right from the start, but this one, this Gelu saddle, takes a little bit more adjustment to get it the fit correct. Yeah, initially when I got it, buying carbon saddles is kind of a leap of faith lah. You're spending quite a bit of money and you don't know whether it fits you. So I was quite happy when I got used to the Berg very easily, like right from the start. I was feeling quite comfortable with it. For this one, I had to visit my mechanic like 2 times before find a perfect position, and it was very comfortable.
What was wrong? Was it the 4.5 position?
Yeah, 4.5 or angle, tilt of the angle. I'm not sure. Yeah, but most of the time it's a 4.5 adjustment. Yeah.
What's the weight limit though?
Sorry?
The weight
limit. Minimally 80 kg.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe all the components that are produced like in the European countries, they all conform to the EN standards. Yeah. So I think 80 kg is the minimum for all the components that are used. Yeah.
Okay. And so you run a SRAM Red, right? SRAM Red, but you've got THM cranksets. Does this crankset save you a lot of weight? And the chainring as well, right?
THM cranksets weigh, I think, 295 maybe. Yeah. This is the smaller size. I think they only offer 2 sizes, 170 and 175. Maybe 172.5 as well. Yeah. So this is a 171, which I think is it's a good length for a climbing bike. These are extra light chain rings. Pretty reliable. Some people say that they are flexy, but I have no problem shooting the front at all. Yeah.
Okay. And your chain, what chain is this?
These are KMC DLC chains. DLC diamond coater or something like that. Yeah.
Can I guess that you bought these chains because of the color?
Yes, you're right. I mean, I've been using our chains for quite a long time. Since like my second, third bike, I've been using KMC chains. Like I've been using their gold chain on my other bike as well. So pretty reliable. This is, I think, slightly lighter than the other chains that they have. Yeah.
I'm also using KMC chains, but I bought it because I'm using my own wax system at home.
Okay,
So someone told me on my Discord that you buy KMC chains, when they come to you, it's dry. So it's not like those Shimano where it's like super heavily coated with their lube.
So it makes it easier for you to prepare it.
Correct. So that's the only reason. But so far so good. I mean, I'm not a weight weenie, so I don't really bother. Yeah. And wheel sets. This one unbranded. Actually, I don't know what wheel sets are these.
Unbranded. They used to have a brand on it. These are AX Lightness Wheelsets. Like I told you just now, they are a very niche brand for weight weenies. They also produce rims of other wheels as well, not as light. Yeah, but if you're a weight weenie, you know about this brand. They don't sell much, I think. Yeah, and these rims are hard to come by lah. I bought this set from one of the people on Weight Weenie forum actually. He's a weight weenie himself. He builds his own wheels.
Yeah.
And this is a set that he built. I'm not sure why he sold it, but yeah, they come with titanium spokes and extra like hubs. Yeah.
Okay. And do you get most of your inspirations for parts on Red Weenie or?
Yeah, quite a bit of interesting things over there. But the things they talk about on the forum has shifted quite dramatically. Nowadays, it's just like any other bike forum. People talk about new items that comes up on the market, bike fit, aero, watt savings. Yeah,
it's different. No more Red Weenie anymore.
Yeah.
She changed their whole name. Has your bike been featured on that forum before?
Yeah, I posted my bike build out there, and yeah, it's kind of something that forum participants do, like they feature their own bikes and they'll tell their story up there.
Yeah. And are you running tubular tires?
Yeah, tubular tires.
Because of weight?
No. I have been using tubular tires almost immediately from the time I started cycling. Yeah, I think right from my very first pair of wheels are this brand Soul Wheels.
Oh, I've never heard of that. Okay.
Yeah, it's actually a Singaporean brand.
Okay.
Yeah, long time ago. So those were alloy clinchers. Then after that, started online shopping, and on this website called Competitive Cyclist in the US, they were selling RedWhite wheels, good sale price, and I got them. They were tubulars, and yeah, that's when I started using them. So yeah, many years of using tubulars.
Right.
So I didn't really use it just for weight savings, but they do happen to be lighter. Well, I'm not sure about how light tubeless wheels can be right now, though.
Yeah. But the big question is, what happens when you get a flat?
This is something that many people who don't use tubulars will think that they will think that if you get a puncture, then straight away you tear out the tube and you just toss the whole thing away. But actually, what I do is to inject sealant inside. Yeah, so you can remove the valve core. I have a small bottle of sealant that I carry in my pocket, and I just squeeze it in, and yeah, it works.
Wow, I never knew that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you can probably do the same for clincher tubes as well,
tube.
but I'm not sure whether clincher tubes can remove the valve core. Can it be done?
You can. You can.
Yeah, then you can probably use the sealant on it as well.
But I think it's cheaper just to change the tube lah.
Maybe. Yeah. But there are lots of advantages for me in using tubulars. Okay, so yeah, I can patch it like this, and they have such a good ride quality.
What do you mean by ride quality?
Okay, the very first ride I rode on, I used the Renault wheels. It felt like the tires are always getting deflated. It's like so comfortable. It's so soft. Yeah, every other traffic stop I would be like that, pressing on the other tires just a bit. Is it getting flat? No, it's not. It's just so comfortable. Yeah, and it has a slightly squarish shape, and that helps it conform to the road surface better. It's also softer, more compliant. Yeah. So when you corner, it feels much better. Yeah. Whereas you look at the profile of a clincher tire, it's actually somewhat circular. Yeah. So you don't feel that much surface on the road now. Yeah.
This looks. I mean, tubular tires are, quite old school. So I guess they don't make them very wide, and I don't think they can go very wide also, right?
Well, they do. They do?
Well,
if you want 30mm tubulars,
they do have that.
It's available.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think it's a bit silly. I mean, okay, first of all, in Singapore, you definitely don't need anything more than 28mm. And like I
just
said,
met some guy who had a 30mm.
Why? Why is he going on gravel? It's just unnecessary. Okay, that's number one. Number two, like I said, tubular tires already afford you quite a good degree of comfort already. Yeah. So on my Conago, I have front 25, back 28.
This one, how
nice.
wide are these?
Oh, this will be different.
23.
Yes. 23 for the back. 20 in front.
From here I can look at it. It's very thin.
Yeah, it's 23. Well, when I started using tubulars almost 30 years ago, it was like 21 mm, 19 mm if you are into track tires. Yeah.
When I started road biking, that time I was running on 21. And that was the norm. Now I cannot get hold of 30 mm tires. It feels like a mountain bike to me.
It's so wide.
But okay, in the fair share, so I've ridden someone's bike that has a very wide tire and on a tubeless but very low pressure. It is very comfortable, but like you say, I felt like something is not right. It's just too soft.
Yeah, it's just too soft. Well, the thing with tubular is if you want to ride it at 50 psi, you can. You can do so.
Yeah. So how high is the pressure on this one? Is that minimum?
Because the front tires are 20 mm width, I pump them slightly higher. Going by the suggested numbers from like websites like Silka, they suggest like around 90 for the front and around 85 for the back.
Okay.
Yeah, around
still
there.
Quite okay.
Yeah.
I pump very high pressure.
Yeah, the front very high pressure. 20 mm is very narrow.
Yeah.
And those are 2.4 tires, 2.4 the brand. So they are not very comfortable, to be honest, because the inner tube is actually butyl, it's not latex. But it keeps the pressure, and it's like it's just the front tire. I don't really care.
Right. Okay. I guess the last piece is on the pedals. There are no pedals here. It's a spindle. Tell me, you were telling me. I don't know if you have your shoes here.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so how does this work? Maybe later I shoot B-rolls, then we can see how it works. Yeah.
Okay. So actually, before these pedals, I just changed them last year. I was using Time pedals. Yeah, Time produced. I was using the older generation. It's called X something. Espresso, yes.
Espresso?
Thank you.
Okay.
Espresso 15 pedals.
Okay.
Yeah. Then one side had a little problem. There's a sleeve that connects the pedal body to the bearing spindle bearing. Yeah. So I couldn't, if I tighten it a little bit more, it becomes too tight. It doesn't spin properly. Yeah. Otherwise, it will just loosen myself. Yeah. So my mechanic suspected something is deformed with the pedal body where the thread is. So I have to change them. So I got these last year during the US Black Friday sale. These are tri-rig pedals. So mainly they sell triathlon arrows, watt saving stuff, but they also have a very some products that are weight weenie.
Okay.
Yeah, so this one them.
So how does it work? I mean, because there's no platform.
Yeah. I can show you the pedals later. The cleats are a hollow out plastic piece that you just clip over the spindle.
It's not on your shoe, so you still have a separate part that needs to be on this bike.
Separate part.
So
kind of.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a bit like speed play pedals.
Okay.
Like you have the cleat being a body that
on the shoe
inserts over the pedal.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. I will have a look and then I can visualize. I cannot visualize now. Okay. Anything else you want to top up about your bike? If not, I have more questions for you.
I have, what was it? Okay. First of all, I have to say that this is not a pure weight weenie bike, like all out lightweight build. Yeah, that some people might wonder why I build it with an electronic group set if I want a weight weenie bike. But actually, the inspiration for building my Fuji bike in the past was that I wanted to try the SRAM Red E-Tab.
Okay.
Yeah, it just came out at that moment, and it was amazing. I loved it. So I bought a group set. Find a bike to use it, and I loved it. So this is why you still have the 11-speed E-Tech group set on. Traditionally, weight weenie builds they like to use like 10-speed SRAM Red mechanical groups. Yeah,
because of the weight.
Yeah, because of the weight. So this is slightly different.
Yeah.
Interesting stuff. I got. I managed to get some smaller batteries that are. Not built by SRAM. Yeah, I got them on Taobao. It's quite interesting. It works. Smaller capacity, of course. Yeah, and it saves like more than 50% of the original battery weight.
Wow,
so, nice.
Do you have like titanium on bolts on your bike?
alloy bolts actually, a lot of the stuff actually comes with titanium bolts,
okay.
like the Carbon Works bottle cages. Yeah, they use titanium bolts. I think most of the bolt fittings on SRAM Red group sets are already using titanium bolts. Yeah, I've weighed them before. They are very light.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Are you ready for some of the questions?
Okay,
I guess
sure.
this one will provide more insights, I guess. Very interesting questions that you all submit. So do follow me on Instagram so you guys can ask the next guest. Okay, the first one is, which I kind of asked you, what is the weight limit? So you say it's about 80 kilos, right? I'm very interested to know this question as well. I think a few people asked, how does it perform on the flat? Because it's so light.
Okay, if you want to talk about the ride feel of the bike, I can only say that the ride feel of this bike and my Fuji bike is roughly similar. Yeah, so I can only tell how a very light bike feels. Yeah, so they are just so reactive. Yeah, you get instantaneous response when you step on the pedal. Yeah,
But
and it makes it feel very nice. If I'm on a flat, I'm still able to follow my group pretty okay. Yeah.
But if you're going alone, pulling in front, let's say, right? Do you feel that it holds speed well, or it drops really fast because it's so light?
You're assuming that I'm riding it on TMCR.
Yes, on TMCR.
Well, I did rode this on TMCR once.
Yeah.
Generally, I don't really like TMCR, to be honest. I know you like that.
I love it.
Yeah, some parts, like gravel and whatever. Yeah, I don't really like that. And it's boring. It's just boring.
But efficient because no traffic light.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
So you're more of a climber yourself?
Yeah, naturally so. I have no idea why.
Okay.
Yeah, back in the early days when I started cycling and doing group rides, I joined those longhouse groups and those unofficial races. Yeah. I have a very big problem following them on the flats, but the moment the slopes starts coming in, that's when I could catch out and follow quite easily.
Right.
And somehow. My body is just built like this. I feel quite comfortable climbing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. The next question is, how is the power transfer? Will it be weak or disperse out unevenly?
Well, I think when you are on very steep inclines, very steep gradients, naturally your pedal stroke won't really be very regular. You'll be going at a very slow cadence. But because these wheels are so responsive, and the bikes accelerate very quickly, so you just feel more comfortable. You feel more confident. Riding slopes with them. Because of the gearings, just because the bike is light doesn't make it less easy to propel forward. Okay, how do I say this? If you feel that the bike move forward very easily, then you just use a smaller cock. That's all. Then you just put in more power. You still can pedal. If you feel that you're using too big a gear, then you just go down the cassette cocks and just choose a proper cadence that I would like.
Okay.
It's more of a cadence problem.
Cadence. Okay, cool. The next one then is, because it's so light, do you fly away, and how much does a crosswind affect you?
This is something that I think a lot of people are curious about. But whether you get affected by wind is more dictated by the system weight, like your weight plus the bike weight. Just because if we come up with an extreme example, okay, this bike weighs 5 kg, but you have 100 kg rider on the bike. So do you think that rider is more susceptible to crosswinds? I don't think so. I would say that in contrast, comparing this bike with let's say Cannondale System 6, where the tubes are so broad, definitely the bike will be blown around more than this one.
So it's not because of the weight.
It's because of the system weight.
Right.
Okay. I
Okay.
mean, a climbing bike offers you some advantage for climbing. And generally, you feel good riding it out slopes. The more important thing about the advantages of it is actually the ride feel. Yeah, of course. Yeah, you still need to put in the watts.
Still need to do the work.
Yeah, it's just that it feels so much better when you're trying to accelerate.
Right.
Like for example, you do a switchback and suddenly the gradient ramps up. Yeah, that's where you really feel happy that you are riding something that's much lighter. Yeah.
I don't want to be riding with you up on the hills. My bike is too heavy.
No, what monster. Don't worry.
Okay, this guy has 2 questions for you. Is this on the frame? Is it very flexible? Because or he said the Factor Austro VAM is a sprint beast, but the O2 is rumored to flex. Is this true? Also, what is the difference between a 6.5 kg bike and a sub 5 kg? Can it actually be felt? It's a long question.
Okay, first question. Whether it's flexy or not, I can't really tell, to be honest. To me, it's not. I don't think I test the bike in very severe conditions. There's one guy on Waving Forum who used to ride this bike and he says that it's a little bit flexy for him. But that guy rides a motorbike, bombs down the big climbs in Europe. So you have a rider with a very, very different ability to test their bikes. And here, I'm just trying to climb Faber sometimes, do rifle range. And if I ever go and do the mountain climbs, I'm definitely not going to bomb down on these bikes. We are all going to be descenders, to be honest. Like we'll never have the chance to learn to, tackle the descents. And push the bike really hard. Yeah,
that's true.
So definitely it doesn't feel flexy for me. Or rather I can tell. So what's the second question again?
The second question is on the difference between a 6.5 kg and a sub 5 kg.
Okay, so my Conago is 6.8. Right, if you carry it, you can feel the weight difference, definitely, for sure. If you ride it, you can still feel the difference as well. One of the reasons why a light bike is so alive and so reactive is that probably because of the front end. There's a lot of weight savings you can get from the front end, like the front wheel, the cockpit, and so on. Whereas the drivetrain is at the back, and you can't really do much to save weight there. So because the front end is quite light, so you'll feel that it responds to your steering very easily.
Even with a long stem, right?
Even with a long stem. Or I've been riding long steps all the way, so it kind of feel the same to me.
But actually, I resonate with what you said. I think it's a very honest answer that about. I always get these questions like, "Oh, does it flex? How stiff it is?" Honestly, when people ask me this question on my bike or whatever, right, I tell them I cannot feel.
I can tell. Like how can somebody say that? Oh, this stem is flexy. Like what? Is it the stem that's flexing, or is it the front wheel that's flexing? Or is it
isolate it?
Or is it the head tube that's flexing? How do you tell? There was one time where I felt I could do a good solid bike review. That was when I switched from my BMC frame to my track frame. I had an old track Madon. So I switched almost all the components from one frame to another frame, and I can tell the difference. But otherwise, between bikes, they are very, very different in characteristics. You can't really tell, I think.
And like what you said, unless you are powering it so much, then you can feel something. But someone like me, for example, so light and I don't have much power to put out. Because sometimes I get wheels to review and stuff, and people ask, how does it flex and stuff? I'm sorry, I cannot answer you.
And when I actually use this bike to climb, I don't like to do out of saddle efforts.
Oh, okay.
I'm just afraid of exploding. Especially if I go overseas to climb with this. I'm never gonna do something that push me past my anaerobic threshold. Because you don't know how long the climb is gonna be. You're gonna die halfway.
That's true. Okay, so the next question then is, what's the biggest elevation that this bike has seen?
Sadly, just Faber, I think.
You haven't brought it out overseas?
I haven't brought it out overseas.
Okay.
Ever since I got a bike, I haven't had a chance to travel with it, I think. I went to Wuling once, but that was with my track.
Okay.
I went to Mallorca, but it was on my Fuji. And some things like this, You get it and you just dream that hopefully you can use it on some European climbs in the future.
Yeah.
But haven't realized yet.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess let's wrap this up. Two more. Does weight matter in Singapore?
No.
Bike weight, I mean.
Definitely not.
Doesn't matter.
Definitely not.
Okay.
So yeah, you can use a heavy bike. You can use disc wheels, like full disc, 90mm in front. Yeah, which I did when I had a TT bike in the past. Yeah, just go ahead.
Last question, if I may. The question that a lot of people ask is, what's the cost of building a bike like this?
Okay. Like I said, I usually get my frames at a discounted price or second hand. Yeah. So when I bought this, it was 4.4K SGD. That I sold off the black ink bar stem combo. I sold off the seat post. It was like 3.5 in the end.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So I was an early adopter of the SRAM Red group set. So I bought the upgrade kit in from Germany, and it was under 2K, I think. Yeah, pretty cheap. Yeah, it was so new then that it wasn't allowed to be imported by the retailers. I think initially there were some problems with the IMDA or something like that. They had to ensure that the radio frequency being used is okay.
Oh wow.
Something like that. Yeah,
okay,
some issues. Yeah. So I actually had a chance to use it first before a lot of people.
Okay.
So back then the prices was really good. Right. Yeah.
So how much would you price this build?
The wheels?
The whole build.
The whole build. Definitely under 12K. I would say under 11K maybe.
Wow, that's reasonable.
The wheel set, like I say, is second hand.
Yeah.
So yeah, they were like 1,500. Yeah, very good price.
Okay. I guess that's it. You answered everything, I hope. Again, if you guys want to look at the detailed list of the components, it's going to be in the video's description, so feel free to check it out. And Yong Hui, thank you so much for spending your time with us and for sharing this. I think this is a very interesting episode. Definitely, I think I learned quite a lot from you. And how next time if I ever build a bike like this, I'll follow. I'll come and ask you how to do it.
No worries. I know how to poison you very deeply.
My wife is there. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay.